Hey, it's me again. I decided to stream the court proceedings of the jury selections. Let me see if I can share my screen. Right now, nothing is going on because they're on a 15-minute break for the attorneys to, I guess, gather information. It sounds like they're going to really get into whittling down the jury selection. I think he still said there's like a couple hundred. Ooh, let me put it where you can see the screen. So I'll just do that for now. Make sure yep, it's not on mute. And let me put in the chat. So Mandy Matney, that investigative reporter I was discussing, has a tweet. Let me grab it. That says opening statements may begin today. So if you want to follow her, well, that is the actual tweet talking about opening proceedings may happen today. And also that's the reporter that began with the, am I going out of frame? Nope, that's out. This is in. Began investigating the boat crash. She's basically the one that blew all of this wide open, and has the Murdaugh Murder podcast with her husband, Dave, I don't remember, her dog, Luna, and her best friend / also investigative reporter, Liz Farrell. So hopefully they'll be back on soon. But this is her tweet saying that. I'll read it out loud to you. An hour ago, she posted, "Good morning from Walterboro. Jury selection is continuing right now. Streaming was just cut off, but, oh, yeah, full audio, blah, 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 blah. We'll be back this afternoon when opening statements, the official trial is set to begin." So, and MMP is her podcast, Murdaugh Murder's podcast. So, yeah. Let me grab this. Let's see here for a second. I'm also still crafting. I'm going to mute myself for a moment. Crafting. All right, I unmuted. Put this in my Discord. I cannot spell jury. That is my face. It's always so weird to see my face, except when I'm in the mirror. I'm in the mirror. I'm not in the mirror. I don't know why you would say that. That's weird. I didn't make a mistake. You made a mistake. Once again, balls. You've got to trim your balls so they're less hairy. And that's what I will be doing while listening to the jury selection. If you don't have balls to trim, you are out of luck for a really good time. This is not a crafting channel, and I'm not about to teach you how to trim your balls. But you can watch me trim mine if you'd like. So, oh my gosh, that needs medication or something. It's too heavy. I'm making a little flower, but tis a limp flower. It's too heavy. I need to cut that down. And probably reinforce it with some more wire. So, we've had hairy balls and limp balls. I didn't know balls could go limp, but apparently they can. And that's why I only have one person in here right now. Hairy balls, limp. So the, pardon me, also gross. They are on break right now. My goodness, at like 12, hey, Stina Marie, how are you? The judge had given the attorneys a 15-minute break. That I'm now beginning to learn the judge says things like that with the meaning that's very loose, because it's been well over 15 minutes and there is no audio yet. So right now, when they come back on, you'll probably see the South Carolina state seal. They're just have the cameras focused on that right now while you hear the audio of the jury, which I found really interesting. I didn't know that this is, I don't know if it's considered trial. I know trial hasn't officially begun. What I mean by that is everyone, including reporters, are announcing that Monday was the beginning of his trial. But it's actually just jury selection. And I didn't also realize that they would be streaming the audio of the jury members, potential jury members. So as I kind of said before, pardon me, with Colleton County being a small county, and what I believe is the risk involved with being a jury member in this trial, I would be, even though I'm still going to listen, I would be really pissed if I found out my audio, people could hear me. So you have to tell your place of work, employment, if you're married or not, your spouse's place of employment. They haven't gotten to super nitty-gritty questions yet. I think that's what they're about to do. Yesterday, I heard, I think it was the 4th iteration, if you will, of jury members that they were kind of doing a mass excusing them. And I was...
Hey, Madam Clerk.
Oh,
Thank you,
I can hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, when your name is called, when your number is called,
All their names.
thank you.
It's the clerk.
Please come forward, and you're going to stand right here in front of the clerk's desk.
Can you guys
turn
hear?
And face the parties. Bring everything that you have with you.
Is it not
So listen, please, for your number. The first number will be 785. Please come forward.
So I'm just going to have this on. There's the state seal. While I'm kind of crafting, and I figure if people want to chat about it, we can. I'll probably pause every so often. You can hear. Thank you, Sina. I appreciate that. But yeah.
What's safe for the defendant?
I wish they would record the attorneys, like have them on camera. Because then at least we'd have something to look at besides our beautiful state seal.
Juror 384. Please come forward.
You in trouble. I could not be a jury member. I would have so much commentary in my head and crack myself up. That sounds horrible for a murder trial. But it is me. Murder's not funny. I am. Put that on a t-shirt and sell it.
What say you for the state?
What is that supposed to mean?
Please present the juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please excuse the juror.
You may have a seat back with the panel. Juror 572.
Are they just Tinder swiping them? They just had the juror stand up and was like, nah. I would be so offended.
What say you for the state?
What's the state say? Yay or nay?
Please present the juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
What happens if they just keep doing this?
Juror 578.
They call people from different counties? Because I'd be kicked right out. Have you listened to the Murdaugh Murder podcast?
What say you for the state?
Please present the juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
You'll have a seat over to your right.
Ooh, that one got a rose.
Juror 220.
I got a wiggly ball. I don't know if I want to put this on Greenville Reddit. I really want to talk to other people.
What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
You'll have a seat to your right, please.
I thought they
Juror
were
528.
Yeah, they must be in the bikini portion of the pageant, right? I thought you're not supposed to like judge a book by its cover. I mean, I get it. Different people,
What say
different
you for the state?
demographics, but like they're not asking questions. It's just solely on looks.
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant? 528.
I would be so pissed. I can't say if I miss so much work because my work is my kids. But if I spent all that time, went through the last round, and they were just like, no, just based on how I look. I wish a mother would. No. You can go ahead and do that from the beginning, okay? If you're going to do it, just do it from the beginning. I may post this on Reddit.
Swear the juror, please.
You'll have a seat over to your right in the jury box.
You're
Juror
right.
193.
You're right, Sina. They did ask a little more detailed questions yesterday, like,
What say you for the state?
do you have any family members who know them? And
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
I'm on a live stream. Hey.
Swear the juror, please.
You'll have a
Yes.
seat over to your right.
Don't leave them on. Let them get all dressed up.
Juror 589.
Stand up. How rude.
What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
This may be quite boring right now.
Swear the juror, please.
It's not boring.
You have a seat over to your
To
right,
me.
please.
This part is a little bit. but
Juror 630.
When they were asking questions yesterday, it was kind of interesting for the trial itself, and because I've never been around. I've never been in a courtroom other than
What say
traffic
you for
court.
the
So
state?
just learning how things.
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Just learning for myself how things work because I'm ignorant to it, especially since this is my state.
I'm sorry, 630.
But I think it's privy to the trial too, just kind of listening and hearing where their train of thought may be on even just the little boring things, what's causing them to eliminate or not, and then
Swear the juror, please.
finding out everyone's
over to your
third
right,
cousin.
please.
It's just kind of interesting.
Juror 826.
But another reason I'm live streaming right now is there has been, Mandy has said, the investigative reporter in charge of, or who created the Murder podcast, who first started investigating this family back with the
Please present this juror.
boat
Thank
crash,
you. What say you for the
stated
defendant?
that opening statements may start this afternoon. And I don't understand. It's almost 1 o'clock here, and I don't know how late the courts go, but how are they? Like yesterday, it took like 3 hours just to whittle the fourth group down. So I don't know how they're going to get to that today,
Swear
plus
the juror.
opening statement.
Thank you. Have a seat to your right, please. Juror 544.
Plus, there's always the chance that repeatedly
544.
or temper tantrum. We'll see.
What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
You have a seat over to your right, please. Juror 644. What say you for the state?
Please excuse this juror from the trial of this particular
Thank
case.
you. You may have a seat back in the jury panel, please.
No rows for that one.
Juror 654. What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
It's probably a really weird live stream. You're welcome. They haven't come back, or no, they have come back. They're just kind of eliminating potential jury members by looks right now. So it's tender of a
Excuse the
tender.
juror, please.
You have a seat back with the jury panel, please.
I would want to ask, why? What did I do? What did I not do?
Juror 244. What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Defendant.
Excuse the juror, please.
Pass feedback with the panel, please.
He said nope.
Juror 22. 22.
Yeah, it's not you. I have really wanted, oh, no, to
What say you for the state?
drive down there, but I don't want to be that much of a psycho. Kind of do. Kind of am that much of a psycho. But it's also like 3 hours away. I wouldn't be able to get back in time for life. And I don't know how weird of a request it would be. Like, hey babe, you know how you're going on a Christ trip this year? Can I have an alone trip and go down and watch a murder trial? At what point would my husband divorce me? Reinforce my balls. No, trying to get some hot glue off of how that burns like a but I still want to be there. Apparently they have food trucks out in front of the courthouse. Yeah, I really don't see this trial starting today. I just really don't. Harpootlian is going to do some sort of theatrics. I feel like he's going to make it as difficult as possible to have this trial play out. I think he's going for a mistrial. He already gave this really weird look and smirk yesterday when they were swearing in the prosecutor's expert witness. He was a ballistics expert. He is a ballistics expert. And just discussing some things with the judge about getting things approved.
Have a conference with juror number 22 right here. You'll come here for a minute.
Uh-oh, we got called to the principal's office. Why do I have this one there? I feel like this is too tall, perhaps. But Harpootlian gave this absolutely insane look of, Judge, I would never do anything to delay this trial. And then he tried to stare down the prosecutor. It was this weird, like, evil smirk. I'm going to see if I can find that and just that portion. It was in yesterday's jury selection. And he's just a gross, gross man. He's a gross man. Penetrating my ball. It's a little less hairy of a ball now. I'm penetrating it. It's not appropriate. conversation for, murder trial, but hey. Gotta have fun somewhere, And I feel like Harpootlian, also the defense attorney, is going to, because again, there's hardly anybody from the jury selection that had not heard of this trial or wasn't in some way related or had done business with, had been to a Christmas party with Alec Murdaugh or his wife, or you had to give the information whether or not you knew any of the attorneys, defense prosecutors, or had ever been represented by or sued by any of them, or any of the 250 witnesses. The judge yesterday named all of the witnesses. It was like, if you know any of these people, they didn't automatically excuse the jury members or potential jury members for this. However, they had to state how they knew them, and
You may proceed.
whether or not they felt like
What say you for the state?
they would have any biases, right? That's a word. For
Please excuse the juror from this particular case. Thank you.
All right. Juror number 22, you can have a seat back with the panel. Juror
and then you still have to
729.
sit there. That would be annoying. My ADD would be like, nope.
What say you for the state?
I can't pay attention anymore. I don't know where my wire cutters are. I'm ruining these scissors. Flew out of here.
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear this juror.
Have a please seat to your right. Juror 864.
It's an area code up here.
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
If you'll have a seat to your right, please. Your Honor, that's your 12.
Pardon?
That's 12.
2, 4, 6, 8. Absolutely right.
Oh, the
You'll
judge didn't think the clerk was
Proceed with
counting.
offense.
And Your Honor, are they
Wow, they don't have to answer any more questions. That was it the other day? Huh. I thought they went over like personal
Juror
prejudice
278.
and stuff. Like, do you believe in the death penalty? Do you, I don't know. Basically, we're just asking, do you have a kid? Do you have COVID? Have you heard of the trial? If you have heard of the trial, do you think, have you already made up your mind on his guilt? And
what
it's
say you
safe.
for the state?
If you have, do you think you can
Please
have
present
an
this
open
juror.
mind?
Defendant?
If you don't, okay, bye. I thought there was way more detailed questions with jury selection. Maybe they just know that it's slim pickings.
Excuse the juror.
Thank you. Have a seat back with the panel. Juror 741.
I was surprised also to hear so many jury, again, potential, I don't know why I'm correcting myself so much, members say like, yeah, no, I can't change my mind about it. I mean, I know you have to be honest,
What
but
say you for the state?
I don't know.
Please present the juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear the juror.
You have a seat to the right, please. Juror 254.
It's going to be really interesting to hear the actual facts of this trial. I mean, other than we already have heard.
What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
This is
What
going to
say
be a
you for the
circus.
defendant?
Going to be an absolute circus. His surviving son, at least, has not been in the courtroom. I don't know if he's going to be there today. I wonder if he.
Swear the juror,
Dust,
please.
Thank you. Have a
you.
seat over to your right, please.
Careful.
Juror 326.
My husband's name is you. You. Hey. They just made the
What
12
say you for the
jurors.
state?
They're doing the alternates, and they may start opening
What say you for the defendant?
statements today.
That is 2326.
He's not as invested as I am. What's that? Yay, question mark.
326.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm afraid he's going to get away with it. He's dying, don't worry. I can find another one. Just kidding. That is awful. Please, God, don't let anything happen to that. Live streaming my
Swear him, please.
Thank you. Have a seat to your right, please. Juror 337. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know I'm on a live stream right now.
37.
Okay. I do.
You
About.
put thicker socks on, her, like they feel weird. I don't like them.
What say you for the state?
Love
Please
you.
present this juror.
What say
Sorry.
you for the defendant?
Excuse the juror, please.
You have a seat back with the panel, please. Juror 441.
More balls? Less balls? Look at this. Isn't it neat? I agree.
What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
Swear the juror, please.
You have a seat to your right, please.
Defendant.
Juror 704.
Is that how it's really pronounced, or is that a South Carolinian thing? This is Greg.
What say you for the state?
Please excuse this juror.
You have a seat back with the panel, please. Juror 82. What say you for the state?
Please present this juror.
What say you for the defendant?
I just posted.
You have a seat back with the panel.
You're out of strikes.
Oh, they do get so many. It's like America's Got Talent, where they only get so many.
2 on S to each alternate.
Juror 530.
Your Honor, may I approach, please?
It's already a disagreement. Oh, I put the tweet from Mandy Matney stating that opening statements will begin this afternoon. So that's kind of another reason I'm streaming, is hopefully we can catch some of it. And again, I have Wicked Pickles information. She had mentioned potentially covering the Murdaugh trial. So if she begins and somebody sees it and wants to let me know, I've got my Discord up to see if she responds to my message, and because I'll send people her way. I don't necessarily want to cover this, although I'm just more like, hey, I'm sitting here watching this. Why not stream it and chat with people about it? Let's see.
Juror 530, please come forward.
So we have how many strikes left on this alternate? One?
On this particular alternate, if it is per person, then you still have 2 strikes left. Oh, one more. I'm sorry, one more, yes.
Please present this juror.
Sorry if you can hear my
Thank you for
typing.
the defendant.
State out of strikes.
They used their first strike.
We only have one. Okay. Present the juror.
All right, this is alternate number 5. If you please be seated with the jury.
This is the article that I just pulled up, answering the question, how many strikes do attorneys get in jury selection in
Juror
South Carolina?
548.
And I think I saw 4, but I may be incorrect.
What say you for the state?
I'm reading. This is my reading page. It says the attorneys then strike jurors by number until the plaintiff and the defendant have each struck 4 names. The remaining 12 names
Please present this juror.
the jury,
What say you for the defendant?
Please swear this juror.
Thank you.
and the
Have a
judge
seat with the juror, please.
appoints one of the jurors
Your Honor,
to
that
act as
completes the
foreman.
6 alternates and the 12 jurors.
Whew, they're in.
Are there any matters of law regarding the jury selection?
Your Honor, please.
What does that mean? Matters of law?
Right.
Like about the juror members or just jury selection in general? Do they get to Google the jury members? Like when they went out, when court was adjourned, all those days, do they get to go, okay, that jury number, that name? Do they get to know their names, the attorneys?
None from the state, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all have been selected to be the jury in the trial of this
God be with
case.
them.
And I'll speak with you all in a moment. First, I want to thank the other jurors who are here who have not been selected, so stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to certainly thank you all for your cooperation during these past 3 days and even before then when you received this questionnaire in the mail to complete. You've now complied with your jury service. Some of you are happy and some are sad that you weren't selected. I don't know that, but congratulations having completed your jury service. Madam Clerk, do you have any information for them regarding work excuses, anything of that nature?
Yes, sir. If you do need a work excuse, you can go downstairs to the general sessions department, and they will be glad to help you out with that. Thank you for coming, for your service.
Thank you all, and you are excused.
I wish I could be there so bad. It's just far enough away. And I wonder, from what I saw yesterday, it looked like only media was there. I don't know if they were the only ones allowed there during jury selection, or if I would have to think people are trying to get in already, because especially people who live in that area, I just don't know anyone. It would surprise me if anyone in that area has not been affected by the string of unfortunate events that has surrounded this family and some of the families close to them. I would imagine people have quite a bit of personal investment. Yeah, you think media only for jury selection, perhaps. But I think even if I were to go down there, would it be like the Johnny Depp thing where there were so many, like a lottery, so I could be driving all the way down there for the reason? Plus, I would feel weird about it. Like I don't want to go because it's a spectacle. I just, again, even though I live far away, people who are going to be called for witnesses who are involved in all of this, I mean, it's just going to affect the state entirely. And I'm interested in hearing, and it's going to affect the state entirely, not just because it's for what he's on trial for, but because of the people he's connected with, what their involvement is. There has been rumors that there has been alleged law enforcement cover-ups. So yeah.
Are there any matters before the jury is sworn?
I want to know who to elect and who not to elect.
No, I believe there is one matter that we need to put on the record very quickly before they're sworn.
What's that, lady, sir?
Waive any Jackson v. Deno hearings as to any statements made by the defendant to Calhoun, made on the night of June 7th, morning of June 8th.
Who's Calhoun?
August 11th. Is there another?
What is Harpootlian talking about?
June 7th.
I believe that they're waiving any Jackson v. Deno hearings with any of the statements related to the murder investigation, of which there are 4, I believe, 4 recorded statements.
That's correct.
Are there any matters before the jury is sworn?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, Madam Clerk, you may swear the panel.
Wow, I feel so nervous for them, truly.
Stand, please. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you shall well and truly try and true deliverance make between the state of South Carolina and the accused at the bar, and a true verdict give according to the evidence and the laws, so help you God? You will have a seat, please.
I feel like there has to be somebody there that's
Ladies and gentlemen, you've now been selected and sworn to well and duly try this case and render a true verdict according to the law and according to the evidence, so help you God. And as long as you hold true to that oath, you will have, in the end, fully complied with your oath as jurors, and no one will
I have
have
never been
the
called
right
for
to
jury selection.
complain
Have any of you?
about your verdict. We have taken the entire morning to get to this point. We have run into lunchtime.
120.
I will have a preliminary charge to give you before we get started this afternoon, but we're going to break for lunch in just a moment. As far as the jurors coming back and the parties being ready for opening statement, what says the state? What time you be ready to go?
Oh, just a minute, so it's 1:30. Your Honor, we both believe we can be ready by 3 o'clock.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break for lunch, and I know you'll go to the jury room,
so
get
scared.
acquainted with one another, and you'll be given some instructions by the bailiff. It is important for you to know that you're not to discuss the case with each other, with anyone else, and not to endeavor to find out any information about this case other than what you will receive here in the jury, in the courtroom. So we're going to break now, go to the bailiffs, follow their instructions, and we'll see you back at 3 o'clock.
All right. I don't think I would be able to, I mean, I would. Let me put this out here. Of course I would. It would be difficult for me to not discuss it with other jury members or anybody. Like, I understand other people, but I didn't know until maybe it was a trial with Johnny Depp, I'm not really sure, that jury members can't talk to each other until you deliberate. Is that not the word? Yeah. Like, are you allowed to talk to them at all? Like, hey, did you notice the judge had a really big booger today? Like, what are you allowed to discuss or not? Because you're going through this intense thing, potentially traumatic thing. I don't understand how it's not going to be traumatic. And I would need to talk to somebody about, like, gosh, what do we do if we have to pee? Like, that's always been my thing. If you're in the jury, like, I know you have scheduled breaks, but, like, I don't know, sometimes the urge is just there. Yes, I am crafting flowers. Yes, and while we were watching jury selection. Yeah, I make little pom-poms and turn them into flowers. But all the little nuances, like, I'm assuming you can probably talk to other jury members about that, but maybe not the specifics of the trial, but can you talk about the gravity of it all? Hey, I had this media person come up and try to come talk to me, and I mean, I don't know. What's up? Oh, thank you. But yeah, so it's 1:24 here now. He said they would come back at 3 p.m. Probably going to live stream again there because it's opening statements, and oh my God, I am more emotional than I thought I would be with this. Again, I've been following the Murdaugh Murders podcast and her investigation since it was less than 10 episodes in. Thank you, Sina. And there's just a lot of people that have been hurt, that have been around him. I think the most heartbreaking, and they're all pretty heartbreaking, but to me is hearing the story of Hakeem Pinkney. And I hope they find out why he was taken off life support. And I hope if this person is responsible for that at all, that he goes to trial for that too. As a human, it's horrific to hear. As a parent of someone who's disabled and unable to speak or defend themselves. It very much is very dark. You say it took 30 minutes for him to pass away. He was deaf and a quadriplegic. And he suffocated. And again, there are alarms for life support. So someone should have known. And this was someone Alec Murdaugh represented and whose funds Alec's friend was in charge of. So I hope justice is served. I hope people can heal. I pray for the families, the Beach family, the Murdaugh family, Maggie's family, the attorneys, everyone. I know I seem excited to talk about this at times, and I am, because it's just, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this happened. It is just, I'm not excited about the events, but I'm excited about the potential accountability of someone who seems horrific. So, that being said, unless our dear friend Wicked Pickle is going to stream this later, I will be back around 3 o'clock. So I'll see you then, and take care of yourself. And here is the awkward end broadcast.